So it's not every time you get a particular video that's a perfect example of topic. And this one perfect for the difference between how male preferences are treated and how shame is used sort of dictate or just say why a man is wrong. Let's get into it.
Right.
Hi, I'm Sandy. I'm 33.
Okay. And Sandy, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I ended up popping it because you're attractive. You got it going on. But that comment about hair, I know your mama got short hair too. She's black. At the end of the day, black women, you don't know what to expect with our hair. We could wear it straight, we could wear it curly, and that was just like too much for me.
I'm sure most of us have seen this already, but he passed on a very beautiful woman just with shorter hair. That was the reason for him passing. That's it. And her response, why she then subsequently popped, was because of his commentary about her hair.
I don't got time for it. If you don't know, if you can't grow up from your roots, then you can't grow up with me. So that's how I feel.
Okay.
Interesting. Um,
Go ahead.
I mean, my mom's actually on my necklace. She doesn't have short hair for one.
It doesn't matter. It's
Um,
about
but
it's about who you are as.
So she gives her reasoning, right? Why, you know, it's always we hear that a lot. Your mama this, your mama that. Okay, I'm not dating my mom, right? And a lot of preferences that we have, yeah, a lot of things can be psychologically linked down to childhood. Why you gravitate towards something, why you run away from something. Either way, that has nothing to do when we're here in real time and you bring into the fact, oh, your mama's black or your mama's this or your mama's that. None of that, none of that is should be reasoning why I'm making the choices I am today. Put that on me. You can. I think it's a better example of trying to understand. Well, if you were trying to understand what his reasoning, his thought, then his initial saying, yeah, I prefer a woman with longer hair. Full stop. Full stop. It doesn't matter after that. His reason behind it, if you don't like his reasoning, then you don't like it. You don't have to now go out your way to let him know why he's wrong for that. And then when he tears apart your response with one sentence, yeah, my mom has long hair. No, it's not about that. This was your argument. Right? This is when you're responding from just an emotional point of view where now you have this expectation that because you feel like this, it has to be right. And now I'm going to either shame you or try to legislate. I'm trying to talk to you on why you are wrong for it. It's fine if you're wrong for me. I want someone that or appreciates hair of any type of length. If that is the hill you're willing to die on, then that's fine. That's your personal standard. You keep that, right? The man is expressing his preference for something, and immediately it's wrong. So immediately it's wrong.
A brother. Person you don't make hair don't make your personality. You dig me? It's about who you are. If you confident with short hair, long hair, it doesn't matter. Because a lot of girls that do have long hair, the hairs be thin. I have a salon. When I was 16, I brought my mother a salon with my business that I do.
yeah,
So yeah, I have dealt with so many different type of hairs.
What does it have to do with him and his preference? Right?
Shout out to my mom. Captivated Styles in the building. Philly, we here. But what you said, it's just not for me.
Okay.
You need to really check on your ends before you talk about long or short hair because a lot of girls with long hair be having no hair.
Again, what does that have to do anything with what he's desirous of? Like you professionally into this space, and this is the definition of you being triggered, and then you projecting whatever your past experiences are forward. As a man, we're expected to sit there and be completely understanding of that and say, okay, I get it. I was wrong. I should go back to my preference drawing board and fix some things. It's to us, it gets the rhetoric gets so tiring. I have to accept what you like, what you don't like. How if I'm not 6 feet, I can't. Well, yeah, you can go and change that, right? But that's just something I have to accept and move on. You don't make enough money. Okay, I can't. I'm too short to ride. I'm too broke to entertain. If I don't work on either of these things, then it's just not. You're not for me. I've got to move on. Conversely, with women, you can't shame them into accepting you and what's your deficiencies as they see it. You can't. You just have to say, all right, I get it. Moving on. Hair's the same thing. And even the woman with the short hair, she said, yeah, I understand. She was fine with it. She understood. Hey, this is me.
Just because it's long is thin. So yeah, I'm sorry. I can't.
Okay, okay.
Sounds triggered.
It's not triggered. I'm just
First,
That sounds it absolutely sounds triggered. I think for most, at least for men, or at least people be honest, it sounds like you're triggered. I've got this rigmarole laundry list reasoning behind why my choice is somehow wrong and I need to check myself. That's not the definition of triggered. What is?
first of all, I didn't say the hairstyle she had was not good.
you
I
said
just
you
said
don't like girls with long hair.
you know,
That's not right. You should never said that at all. As a black brother, you should have kept that as what it was. You should have just said, you're not just my type. But hair, it's a different. You can't talk about hair. If you want hair, go get what you want. If you want Becky with the long hair, go get what you want.
Is that not being triggered? What did he say? He said anything about race? Did he say anything about this? No, he just said he has a preference for longer hair. Now you're triggered. This is triggered.
Don't talk to black women up here about hair. That's just it. And I'm not triggered. Like I said, at the end of the day, your hair is nappy. Your hair is short. You should be happy where you came from. Period.
Look, at the end of the day's gonna end. Right? If you don't, men, if you when you're hearing someone tell you why your preferences are wrong or why you're not allowed to have these preferences or why it's just wrong, just don't even have the dignity. And I get it, it's on the show, right? He has to sit there and sort of go back and forth, and the host has kind of let this go because it's going to be great for views. But in reality, when there's no cameras outside of your own phones and your own memory, just leave. Just leave. I willingly exercise your ability to just walk away. Hey, don't let anyone shame you into anything that you're not into, you don't want to do. This is one of those another one of those universal truths I learned later in life as an adult. I'm sharing it to you for free. Again, not behind a paywall, right? Just for a like and comment and subscription. You don't have to do what you don't want to do. You don't. You really don't. Right? If someone is, especially when it comes down to dealing with the opposite sex, you don't want to go to that restaurant, you don't have to go, man. You don't have to go. Hey, I really want to try this, and that. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Don't force yourself to do these things that you're not into because two reasons. First, the most obvious, you don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. Right? Second, even if you do it, you're going to be awful company. You're going to be awful company that you're doing this thing that you had no intention, no desire to do, and here you are. Yeah, you may learn, hey, I could, open up my horizons and do some of the stuff on my own. But for whatever reason, I don't want to do it, and that's fine. You are an adult, an autonomous adult, an independent adult. You don't have to do the things you don't want to do. Right? But again, bringing it back to shame, bringing it back to preference. Men are not allowed. You're allowed to have your preference. You're just not allowed to communicate them. You're just not allowed to indicate them so forwardly in any sort of fashion, no say the shape. You're supposed to hear women's preferences and adhere to them as if it's the gospel. So in this case, and this is the current lay of the land, we need to take these opportunities when you do see something like this. Just know, yeah, you guys are not compatible. That's it. That's it. And that, like anything else, don't sit there and try to justify, try to rationalize, try to fix. Walk it off, right? Charge it to the game, ball up top, start again. Let me know what you guys think. If you've seen this episode or just from what you've seen right now. Again, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.